All right, cool. Well, I've got some questions that were sent in earlier. If we don't see any come up here. So okay. Oh no. We'll go with what scene was most fun to shoot. What scene was most fun to shoot for you?
For me, I think I actually really enjoyed the apartment scene that's in the trailer where you kind of kick down the door. I thought that was was a really fun one.
That's the only thing we have together, isn't it?
Is that? Oh yeah, because well, I guess we shouldn't spoil it, but
or is it actually? Oh, it could not be but maybe there's the
and then
there is that. So yeah. But
that
is the kind of like where they meet anyway. Yeah, I've already said that before anyway, but it probably would be that one, man. I wanted to explore that kind of dynamic with all three of them there, like more. But I think we've given them enough. I think they'll be very content with that scene.
I think so too. I think this is, I mean, from what I gathered, at least, this is a very differently paced movie than from the first one. I did end up watching the first one while we were filming the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough, I don't watch a lot of movies in general. But I did end up watching it, and I think just the pacing of it's very different, so I think everyone will be happy.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of I think we managed to fit like more different genres. I feel like there's a wider range of movie making there. And I have to tell everyone that, Dylan, some of your bits, bro, like when I'm on set, but I'm just watching you do your bits, and they're just like running it again and again and again, and you're just improvising. And every take is like world class, definitely more than usable. Like that for me was funner than filming was watching you do some of the improv like in the bathroom. And I don't want to say too much, but yeah.
We had some good improv stuff. Actually, funny, I was gonna say, I know we're going back and forth on compliments, but I can text you this. I remember on the set, but because you and I have the phone call, right? So they wanted me to watch your phone call scene.
Oh yeah.
Which I won't spoil. But your performance in that scene is amazing, bro. Like I still was like, it got me right into it. I watched the footage and I was like, okay, I know exactly where to go, and it made it super easy for me because you didn't have footage to hear.
No, but weirdly, I think I'd already shot my side, and then you, I watched you do your bit and read it like there. So I was actually watching you do it live, which was obviously sick as well. I'm getting worried we're giving away too much, but I think we're good. I think we're giving them just enough to be hungry, but not enough to be satisfied. You know what I mean? Hopefully.
Good.
Yeah, that's fine. And unless anyone wants to say anything in here, a lot of this chat is just emojis that I really appreciate. But like any questions as well, we'll be willing to answer.
Yeah, let's see. I have to scroll up with my sausage-like finger to see some of these questions. There was someone asked what the harden of the book, which I'm guessing is like, will they see more Harden?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely do get to see more of Harden, and more of like what goes on in his head and what he's been through, and I think a lot of that will make how Harden is in the first movie make more sense because he's quite mysterious. It's one of those things where I think the more we learn further down the line of the story, the more it will make sense. All those previous bits will make more sense if that makes any sense in itself. But yeah, there's a I wouldn't say new Harden, but there's a lot more to him, which was really fun to play. I like this question. Was there an object you took home from set? Is there anything that you nicked or that you were given?
I got to keep whichever one of the Hugo Boss suits I wanted, which was pretty cool. So there's a lot of fantastic suits. So I think I took the one that was like a brighter blue color, which was nice. I remember that one. Your watch was matching it. Am I correct in saying the watch? Yeah. I think all of the props were like matching. I mean, I think Trevor's a style god when it comes down to like socks, underwear, and accessories. Toby, the prop guy, big up Toby. I don't know. Yeah, he was really, he had his stuff down to a T. He was really good at what he did.
I took a ring by accident. I think twice I've taken Harden's ring by accident back home.
Accident.
Got a new one. I did get a request to say fucking Trevor, so fucking Trevor. I'm never going to pass on an opportunity to say fucking Trevor. But yeah,
even I've caught myself saying it. I think that's just more his name than Trevor.
Yeah, it is a bit. What would you reckon you might say if there was an equivalent back to Harden? What would Trevor call Harden?
I mean, I don't think anything really beats fucking in front of something. So I mean, fucking Harden also really works. You know,
it would be like horrible Harden or something. It's not the same.
Yeah, we can really alliterate here and go into our thesauruses, but I think fucking is simple and to the point.
I've got a couple questions about Joe. We both just spoke to Joe, so we can. They're just saying, "How is Joe? How is she?" She seems great. She said something about spring onion propagating, keeping her busy.
Oh yeah.
I was doing tomato stuff through lockdown, but Joe as well. What were you doing through lockdown, Dylan?
Through lockdown, I wasn't growing anything like you two. I mean, growing spring onions.
Bar that mustache and
the beard. I did have a beard competition with my brother, which he lost, for the record.
Really? How did you measure that? How did you?
It's just overall size, girth, foliage, coverage. Okay. You know, a lot of different factors. But no, I didn't get it. I've just watched a lot of anime with Barbara. That's pretty much all.
Back to after.
Hero, what percentage of you is a match to Harden? That's a question.
Good. I like how it's phrased because they say like how similar, and I find it difficult to like. I think I am like I'd say like maybe near the 50 mark. I'd say just below 50. But there is a lot about him that not his extreme behavior sides as much, but more just like his loyalty. And there's a lot of admirable things about him that I would like to say that I share with him. So I'd say 47.5.
That's a very specific percentage. Why'd you go for the 7 instead of the 45?
I guess it just invokes more conversation, like it just did.
You got me.
Cool. What do you think is the biggest differences between Harden and Trevor? They're obviously big. They're huge. They are very different people. I think it's so nice to have Trevor's character. Just in the mix, like I think it's a super it just adds so much more well-needed complexity to the whole relationship and Harden and all of that.
I'd lobby that. I think probably that their passion gets invoked in a very different way. I feel like Harden's probably much more passionate, whereas Trevor's very analytical and like compromising. Whereas Harden kind of knows what he's about and he follows it through. I think maybe a little more brave on Harden's perspective, but Trevor is, he thinks things through a lot.
Yeah, no, well said. I think when I'm in Harden's, perspective, I think externally, I wasn't too drawn to Trevor or anything. But I think when we're filming, like when you see the final product, I think I think he's such a great character. I think, he's like a real important part of the story now for me anyway.
I think so too. He's funny, like breath of fresh air to some degree too. I think people are either going to respond to kind of his wit, because I know that he was written to not have much humor involved with him. At least Anna was telling me. But when we're improvising, doing it instead, it kind of does work.
I think there's so much that you just can't help but change when you go from book to movie. And I think Anna is so perfect having her there because she can kind of say what works really well in the book, but it just won't in the movie, and therefore like is the perfect person to have to like steer our change in the right direction and give you the go as if like that humor element is all right and it will work. I personally think it really. But,
I think it's pretty fun. What is do you have any favorite series, it said? Or what's the hardest scene to film? Oh, did we lose you?
Favorites? No. Have you got me? You still got me?
I think I lost your video. Oh, okay.
You frozen for me, but I think we're all right. Favorite series? Game of Thrones has got to be up there despite the final season. Top Boy is up there. Anyone who's not from London if you are, you know what Top Boy is, but check that out. To name a few, what was the second question?
What was the hardest scene to film?
Hardest scene to film. There's another like big, you know, scene with a lot of cast members and extras and a lot going on, and you need to get a bunch of takes, and there's just a lot going on is the best way to describe that scene. And I think that that was definitely most challenging. I think for everyone. I think when you just got so much to cover, so many people, so many things, you gotta film it. It's a bit harder, but all the worthwhile, I'm sure. Hero, what was it like to have another Brit on set? I can tell you that was amazing. Having Louise on set was like weirdly, I didn't know how nice it was until it was there. So yeah, I don't know why that is. I think it's just the accent, the comforting accent, and because she's playing my mum, it's like it was. Yeah, I like that a lot. Any last questions?
I don't know.
Let's end on that. What's your dream role? At the moment?
Oh, at the moment, I don't know. I feel like it changes once it happens. I'd like to do a historical piece that is with swords and knightly armor and riding on horseback. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Like a medieval movie would be fun, but you know, we don't like. I feel like that's pretty much all for you guys in the UK. I don't feel like we ever get that out here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mean.
What about you?
I'd go with Another After. I think that's a good way to end it.
What a beautiful response.
We've got more we need to say. We need to get back on set together. We've got a lot more story to tell. So I'll lock in Another After.
Wow.
Sick. All right, well, that takes us to the end. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you for all your questions. Sorry if we didn't get to answer them, but yeah, I hope everyone's blessed. Stay safe, take care.
Thanks a bunch, everyone. See you soon.
In a bit. Bye bye.
Enjoy the movie.